All right, we're gonna go ahead and start warming up. Let's get going with some squats. It has been the weirdest week of school here for my kids. They were already gonna have a weird week. Tuesday was gonna be the only like full day of school, but then we had the snowstorm. So Tuesday they had off. Let's take it wider. Then yesterday they had to do virtual synchronous schooling. So like it was like pandemic times all over again. And then today they're back at school, but it's a short day. So, and then no school tomorrow. But that's okay because it's supposed to snow tonight. So let's take it side to side. They're just kind of getting cheated out of a snow day. Ooh. All right, let's take reverse lunge with a twist. Step back, twist. And we'll come back up and we'll get some heel taps in. And take it behind the back. And then we'll reach up to the right side, bring it down across the body. And we'll switch directions. Woo! And then we'll bring it up the center. Touch down. And then let's hinge over. Find those toes. Squat down. Come back up. One more. And then when you come back up, we'll do some arm circles. Forgot about those. Whew. And over, under, across the body. Side to side. And we'll do 3 steps and a kick. So today's workout is a full body workout. We're putting those bands to use a little bit today. Just doing something a little different. 3 steps and a touchdown. And then go ahead and get some leg swings in, forward, back, and across the body. We are going to just start out with like a run-of-the-mill quickie AMRAP. No bands for it, just body weight. To really get our bodies moving, get those heart rates up a bit. After you do your leg swings, you want to grab a couple of those figure 4 stretches. So placing that ankle on the quad and sitting down into it, opening up that hip. And then after those figure 4 stretches, if you just want to take 1 or 2 inchworms, we are going to be doing some inchworms in this first AMRAP. So maybe you want to just take a couple inchworms to feel them out. And then when we do them in the AMRAP, if you are feeling good, you can add a push-up. Or if you're like Moira, we had so many push-ups the other day during the vault. I don't want to hear about push-ups. It's just going to be a short one. I like doing these little quick AMRAPs sometimes, probably just because my brain gets too distracted to stay focused for too long. So it's going to be 5 inchworms, walking it out as far as you can. If you want to add that push-up, If you're like me and I don't want to see another push-up for a while, just walk it back up to standing. 5 of those. Then we're doing 5 curtsy lunges. That's not an even number. That means you're going to do 5 one leg, 5 the other leg. So stepping behind, lunging, coming back up. 5 on one leg, then 5 on the other leg. So far it's been 5. We're upping the number to 10 for skaters. If you need to take that to a step touch, that's an option. Okay? So 10 skaters, and then last but not least, 20 toe taps. So to repeat that, 5 inchworms, 5 curtsy lunge each leg, 10 curtsy lunge, 10 skater, 20 toe tap. Those curtsy lunges, 5 on each side. After those curtsy lunges, it's 10 skaters. After those 10 skaters, it's 20 toe taps. You can take that toe tap to a march if you need to. Oh, I think I just turned off my speaker. After those 20 toe taps, it's back to the beginning. Whew. Getting that heart rate up there. Feels good. One minute left. I almost skipped the skaters. Good work. Go ahead and rest. Grab a drink of water. Whew. It's hot in my basement, so it gets dry really fast. Okay, this next one, you're gonna need a band. Whew. You're also gonna need weights. So the band is gonna be there for the lower body, but I'm not gonna make you shuffle around and keep moving the band. So we'll do lower body with the band, and the upper body movement will be with the weights. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna have the band around our thighs, our quads, whatever you wanna dub it. We're gonna have a band up here. I might have needed to go heavier. Sorry, friends. This one and I always get nervous going heavier on the bands because I'm like, I'm gonna regret this. But sometimes you just know. Okay. Band is gonna be around your quads, your thighs. I'm just double checking what I've got programmed. Okay. So it's 3 movements. The leg movements, you're just gonna focus on one side the first round, other side the second round. It'll make sense in a second. So we have a side step to a back step. So you're gonna bend those knees, you're gonna kind of get into a lower squat position. We're not talking like a full range squat. So we're getting low. You're going to step out, step back, come together, and you can relax in between if you need to. Step out, step back, come together. This is where, like, I'm glad I went heavier. Some of these movements you might need a lighter weight band, but if you don't have a heavier band and you're like, this isn't feeling like anything, just really keep it low, step it out, step it back, together. So that's movement number 1, out, back, together. It's gonna be timed so I can call it out as we go. Then we're gonna go upper body, havoc raise. So opposite arms, front raise and lateral raise, up and down, up and down. If that is feeling too much on that core, you can take it to just one arm at a time, up and down, up and down, and then rotate. What else? Last but not least, squat, leg raise. Again, I'll remind you as we go through, but for this one, you're going to squat down, come back up, lateral leg raise. Squat, lateral leg raise. So you're stepping out and stepping back on a diagonal and then coming together. You're opening up those hips a little bit to bring that leg back. Keeping that band tight when you're stepping out and back, and then letting it relax. All right, we've got 20 seconds of rest. We've got havoc raises next. Those are the arm movements. So grab those dumbbells when you're ready. Got 10 seconds though, so I need to shake it out. I'm gonna take my rings off. Havoc raises. Breathing through, keeping that slight bend in those knees. It's a core heavy movement, so if you need to take it to one arm at a time, if you're feeling any pressure, rest. Next one's that squat to a lateral leg raise. Just one side, move it to the other side next. Squat, lateral leg raise. We're controlling that leg raise up and down. We're not letting that band snap it back together. Whew. I'm starting to feel it. The first few I'm like, nah, this is easy. Next few I'm like, ooh, okay. All right, rest, and then we're gonna be back to the beginning, so it's that side step to back step, but we're gonna do the other leg. Here we go, so step it out, step it back, and together. Rest. Havoc raises next. Ooh, my band's sweaty. Ew, gross. Here we go. Havoc raises. Your body's gonna naturally wanna rotate with these. That's part of the core training here. Keeping our body from rotating. Single arm movement. Rest. Last one is that squat, lateral leg lift. Here we go. Squat, lateral leg lift. Woo! It's harder for me to control. You need a little something to balance so that you're not compensating by totally using that standing leg. That's okay. Also, it's okay if you only lift it up a little ways. That's as far as you can get without changing how your body moves. Good work. Rest. You can take that band off of those thighs. Grab a drink of water. I'm just gonna leave the music going. We're gonna get right into the next one. Next one's going to be kind of hard on that core, again. So if I have pregnant postpartum mamas that need, if you're feeling a lot of pressure already, I'm gonna show that option first, and then I'll show what we're doing. Let's see. Making sure I've got it right. All right, we're gonna do an EMOM. You're gonna have the band around your feet. So you want that band taut, so like a little stretched. So for those pregnant postpartum mamas, we're doing a commando, and then we're doing 4 marches, 4 plank marches. So the commando, you're gonna go down onto your forearm, down onto the other forearm, back up, back up. You'll do 1 of those, and then you'll do 4 marches, okay? That counts as 1, and we're doing 3 of those total each minute. So for the people that are down on the ground, if that's your option, same thing, the band is around those feet. You are doing a plank commando, so down, down, up, up, and then you're doing 4 marches. 1, 2, 3, 4. That counts as 1. So we'll do 3 of those. All right, we are doing that, and then I have a second movement. Sorry, I'm a lot of talking today. Movement number 2 is the tick-tock plank. I'll just show it up high. It's the same down low. You're finding that plank position. You're stepping 1 leg out, back in, 1 leg out, back in. All right, doing 10 of those. I will call it out. That's a lot to remember, I know. We're gonna do 6 minutes, 6-minute EMOM. Ooh, I just don't wanna waste all our time with me talking, but I wanna make sure that everybody knows what we're doing too. All right, here comes the timer. We're starting with those commando banded mountain climbers. 1 commando, 4 mountain climbers. We're doing it 3 times in this first minute. 1 commando, 4 mountain climbers. Do it again. And then rest. After you do that, keep that band around your feet. We are gonna do plank tick-tocks next. We do 10 of them in a minute. So you're gonna step your right leg out, your left leg out from that plank position. Here we go, step out. Keeping those shoulders over the wrist, not letting that band control our leg on the way back in. Once you hit 10, rest. If you were like, hey Moira, that was just too easy, you can add 1 more to each movement. So, well, 12 for the TikToks, but 1 more commando. But I want there to be rest in between, so I don't want you to go too crazy. Whew, my core was feeling it that time. We got TikToks next, 10 seconds. Like TikToks. Remember, not letting that band control your leg as it comes back in. That's going to be the hardest part. The stepping, oh, the band's not even around my feet. Ah, you guys, I'm a mess. Okay. Woo. Y'all, that one back in, the band is like, I want to snap on you. We've got one more round of each movement. Using my band. I'm having struggles today, people. All right, back to that commando with the march. You're like, Moira, this is just cruel and unusual after all those push-ups. You got this. All right, plank TikToks. When you're done with those plank TikToks, you can take the band off your feet. I'm a little over on time, but I have one more thing for us after we're done with this timer. Whew. I'm gonna let it time out though, for anybody that is maybe just, or I'm gonna throw it. Okay. Whew. Last thing, we're not gonna use the band for this, we're just gonna go for it. So we're gonna do tabletop, you're doing that fire hydrant, and we're doing the donkey. We're doing 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. You'll do one side for both movements, and you'll do the other side. We're just doing 4 rounds, so 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. I don't want to keep you too far over. So we're finding that tabletop position. We're gonna get right into it. You're doing 1 round of the donkey, and then you'll do 1 round of the fire hydrant. And then we'll switch legs. You're like, Moira, you spent so much time talking earlier, that's why we're over. We're getting that booty. Rest. We're gonna do fire hydrant, and then we'll switch sides. When I say fire hydrant, that's that sideways lift. Whoop! Like you're peeing on the fire hydrant. Here we go, fire hydrant. Could you use a band for this? Yes. Do I think we need it after what we've done today? No. Sometimes I think it's good to go through these movements without that extra tension. Make sure we're really focused on how we're performing this. Whew. I've done a lot of lateral movement today, a lot. So other side, and then we'll be done. Donkey on that other side. Remember, we're only lifting it as high as we can keep that back nice and flat, or as flat as it is for your body. You just don't want to see that wicked arch. That's maybe pretty for dancers. That's not what we're doing right now. We're isolating that movement. Woo! All right, fire hydrant next. Once you're done with the fire hydrant, we're gonna just take it back to a child's pose and cool down from there. So stay on the mat after that fire hydrant. Don't run away, unless I know I kept you over. So if you have to run away, try and find some time to cool down. Whew. This does this every time on my playlist. I'm always like, oh, the music stopped. It hasn't. It's just this song is weird. Okay, we're gonna cool down. Take it to child's pose. Bring that booty back to your heels. Trying to open up the Zoom again. If your wrists are maybe feeling it after all that time, might feel good to bring your arms back behind you instead of out in front for a second. Give those wrists a little break. Sometimes it feels nice to bring those hands together on your back. Helps open up those shoulders a bit. If you're feeling good, go ahead and take your arms to one side. Get that nice side stretch. Come back through to the other side. Back up to that tabletop position. If your wrists are bothering you, you can take it to your fist. Sometimes that takes a little strain off of those wrists, or you can just change up the positioning a little bit. So we're gonna cat-cow, arch, that belly down towards the mat, and then back up to the ceiling. Releasing some of that tension. We did a lot of core work today. When you're ready, bring that leg up and get that runner's lunge. Send that leg out. Get that hamstring. And we'll switch sides. Touch that hamstring. When you're ready, find that plank position, bring it down to a down dog, bring it up, bring it down, whatever. Pressing those heels in towards the mat. Walking those hands back towards your feet. Rolling up to standing. Let's grab a quad stretch too. You can do it from the ground, but I don't know why every time I do it on the ground, I get weird Charlie horses, so I'm gonna do it from up here. Switch sides.